I can't stop now. I mean, I was with some of the best players in the world. I mean, Chesin was with, I played with Chesy, Quagga Smith, all those boys. So then you think to yourself, yeah, that's the opportunity. I just needed to confirm or reconfirm to myself that, I can do this for a career.
Hey guys, Gordon Skosan here, and welcome to Skosan Unplugged. I know growing up for me, you watch the games and you go and mimic the Draina banners after the
Yes.
game, you run like them, like you obviously with Paul say, that type of thing. But when did you make that shift to understand that okay, this is actually the dream that I have. I want to play professional rugby. Like this is what I want.
Yeah, that's such a good question. I remember um the first time I thought of someone else thinking I'm good, like I'm a really good player, was that I think I was in my last year of school, and then
Sure.
I think we were getting ready for our tour to the Wildeklave or something like that. I can't remember exactly the camp we were, or the tour we were heading to, at the first team of Outeniqua. And the coach, I remember telling me, he called me to this, like in his room, and he says to me, Sylvian, you're a very good player. You can become one of the best players. One day you can play professionally. He said that to me, and I was like, why is this guy saying this to me? I'm in school. I'm like, what does this mean?
Yeah.
And I remember after that conversation, he told me he installed so much belief in me. Um, Shout out to Mr. Meneer Podel.
Lovely.
If he would have to watch this, shout out to you. Um, he really installed so much confidence after that conversation, thinking, yo, I can actually do something with this. And then we actually played. Um, I think we flew up there, and I played in the competition. I played well. And I remember after that, we just left. Oh, yes, we were at the Puck Institute. Um, they had this Puck one, I think, week they normally had. And we were at that venue. I remember we played there, and as we traveled back, I remember the coach called me in, the head coach now, Jacques Wolf, he called me in, and he's like, Silas, I think this university want to recruit me. And I said, what?
Sure.
And then probably the first time, like the first spark probably was there. The first spark was, I can do this, I can play. Um, I can be one of the best if I'm one of the best players in my age group, I can become one of the best players one day. And after that, I remember, obviously out of school, went to university, and I remember watching the Junior World Cup at the university in the SS, and we were sitting there, and I'm saying to myself, Sylvian, I'm gonna make a vow to myself. If I can make this team next year, then I will play professional rugby. Then I will, put my studies on hold for now, but then I will go 100% for this thing. And I remember just, going hard in that preseason of 2012, and I'm working hard, or it was June of 2012. And I remember we played under 19 competition, and I remember being there for the first camp. I'm like, what? I'm there, I'm close enough now. And I make the next group, I make the next cut, and finally I make the squad. And you're like, what? I'm actually in this group. And I remember that's the day, coach, when I just told myself, I can't stop now. I mean, I was with some of the best players in the world. I mean, I played with Chesy, Quagga Smith, all those boys. So then you think to yourself, yeah, that's the opportunity. I just needed to confirm or reconfirm to myself that, I can do this for a career.
I've got a little story that I want to add to that as well. But that's so amazing that you sat there and you made a vow to yourself and said, "Listen." And sometimes I feel like this is how God works. Like you think it's you doing
Mm,
that, but it's actually God placing something in your heart, and you. That's
100%.
actually the Spirit speaking to you, saying, "Listen, this is
Yes,
attainable.
sir.
This is what I want." but you're just reaffirming and confirming that to yourself, you know. So you think it's you speaking to yourself, but actually God already
Yes.
placed that vision in your heart. He already saw that you were going to be there, but He needed you to
Mm.
believe it. So He speaks through you, you know. Like sometimes it
Beautiful.
happens through different people, but sometimes it also comes from you from the inside, you know. Because sometimes things, you know how it goes with your faith journey, you know, your faith journey. It
Yes.
has to sometimes come from the inside. You know, it can't always be
100%.
coming from the outside. You know, God will send people. He'll do it however way He needs to do it. But sometimes it comes from the inside. But I've got a similar story to that as well. I was, you know, no craven weed, none of that. You know my story.